Let your body waddle. Body waddle.
What is going on, Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD, and today we are here with a Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. Today, we're going up against SensationalGP. My buddy David, link to his Twitter and his YouTube will be in the description. Check him out, man. Dude's a great guy. I absolutely love getting to talk with him, getting to battle with him more so, because he definitely has shown to be a very impressive battler. He's grown a lot, actually, with his time with the UCL. We're going to quickly discuss this team. We're doing a UU team. And I know a lot of you might look at this and say, Zapdos is OU, Crimson. What are you talking about? Actually, new Smogon tier changes. Zapdos is now in UU, and I really wanted to do it. And it just so happened David wanted a UU battle. So, what I ended up doing was I brought this team, and it's funny because somebody said, we're going to see Zapdos in this battle. And David made a comment that he doesn't want to see this damn thing here. So the first Pokemon on my team is Albatross the Zapdos. Volt Switch, Heat Wave, Roost, and Toxic. We're very specially defensive. We can take a lot of hits. I'm not leaving this thing on anything. It gets a Stone Edge personally. That's just me though. Heat Wave for any sort of Fortress. Any Fortress we see, any Steel types in general. We can hit those pretty good. Next up, we've got Goop to Goop, our Assault Vested Goodra. We are of the modest nature. Max Special Attack, Max HP. Draco Meteor, Sludge Wave, Flamethrower, and Ice Beam. Very standard set. We have Guardian the Entei, also barring an Assault Vest, Iron Head, the Sacred Fire, Bulldoze, and a Stone Edge. He is Adamant Nature. He is Jolly Nature. Jolly Nature, Max Tag, Max Speed, Jolly Nature. We have Joshua the Vaporeon with Scald Wish, Baton Pass, and Heal Bell with a Rocky Helmet, Bold Nature, Max HP, Max Defense. We can get some Scalds off on some things. We can pass Wishes off to things. We can Heal Bell up if we need to. We have Pixie Dust the Whimsicott, our Life Orb Special Attacker. Sunspore, Leech Seed, Giga Drain, and Moonblast. I feel like it's a very standard set, now that I look at it. I've never really used Whimsicott. I just threw this team together not too long ago to grab some battles, and David wanted to do battles, so it just kind of worked out like that. Very standard set. We got the Life Orb on there because we do have recovery from Leech Seed and Giga Drain. Timid Nature. And then we're bringing Savage the Mega Beedrill, Protect, U-Turn, Poison Jab, and Knockoff. Adamant Nature. We can outspeed a lot of things. Mega Beedrill has a base speed of, I want to say, 145? 120? Something like that? I don't recall, but we're super fast. We're not Jolly. We are Adamants. We can dish out hard-hitting attacks like that. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button. As always, if you're new to the city, hit that subscribe button as well. I am going to take a picture of his team really quick. And this man is bringing Salamence, Infernape. Here we go. Salamence, Infernape, Rotom Heat, Empoleon, Mega Sceptile, and Meloetta, actually. I don't have too much experience with Meloetta, and I don't recall if Meloetta is actually in UU. It might be a lower tier. Looking at his team, he's probably going to want us to lead off with the Empoleon to get rocks up, which is fine by me. I can lead off with... What do I want to lead off with? Don't have Thunderbolt on the Goop, but I'm going to lead off with Albatross, actually. I'm going to lead off with the Zapdos. I do predict the Empoleon lead. If not, we can take hits from almost anything on his team with Zapdos, and we can safely Volt Switch out into something else. Let me know, guys. If you guys are familiar with the tier changes that Smogon just lined up, let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think? I know they officially announced PU as an official tier, and I believe they banned Shadow Tag outside of OU. I believe. I don't know if that's new or not. But that makes Gothitelle actually dropped all the way down from PU, which is absolutely nuts, because just a few months ago, it was a very prominent thing in the OU tier. So, and now all of a sudden to see it in PU, Bouffalant got dropped to PU as well. Bouffalant's about to destroy the entire PU metagame. I'm sorry. Same thing with Pawniard, I believe. Pawniard as well is about to destroy that. Pawniard got moved up to P, moved down to PU. Might have been an NU. I don't know. I don't play lower tiers too much. I like these higher tiers. I like these mons that I'm comfortable with and know something about. So let's see what David wants to lead off with. We will show off here our nice Zapdos. He leads off with his Lonely Infernape. Shout out to Shady right there. He could have the Fake Out on this thing. Very easily could. I don't know what he predicted me as a lead. Whimsicott actually wouldn't have been too bad because we could have gotten a Moonblast off on this thing. Vaporeon's also a safe switch here, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to hard switch out into my Vaporeon. I'm going to hard switch into Vaporeon. Why not? You know, why not? I've got no reason not to. If he goes for a fake out, if he U-turns on me, he is going to take Rocky Helmet damage, and we can just eat it up, eat it up, eat it up, eat it up with Vaporeon. So, yeah, talk to me about those tier changes, guys. Let me know what you think. And recently, in another battle, a lot of people were saying that they'd like to see more Wi-Fi content on the channel, a little less LP heavy. So, that's what we're kind of doing today. So let me know how that's working out for you guys. I do have spoilers. If you did not see it, the Fire Red Omega Nuzlocke is over. I lost. We can bring that back sometime, but I do have another LP in the works. I will not give it away, but I hope you guys will enjoy it. My eye looks derpy. Like, I don't know. Maybe am I tired? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my face today. Maybe I am tired. I don't know. I can't tell. I feel great. I've got my G Fuel. He's definitely predicting what he wants to do. He's gonna hard switch Lonely out, actually. And he's going to go out into his mixtape, which is his Rotom Heat. Now, I know we can take a Volt Switch from his Rotom Heat. And I know he's faster than me, too, so I might just want to click Baton Pass. Let me look at his team again. I might just want to click Baton Pass, actually. Let me bring up that picture of his team again. He could just Volt Switch out into Empoleon. And then we could hard switch out into, or we could Baton Pass into something else. Probably Goodra. I can Baton Pass into Goodra, why not? Why not? He's going to Volt Switch out, that's fine. I do anticipate the Empoleon coming in. We do hold that pretty well, considering that we are a Bold Nature, that stab that's super effective. We've got no special defense investment, so that's the max HP coming in there for you. That's max HP coming in there for you. I definitely, I don't see why he wouldn't go into the Empoleon. I don't. I really don't. I actually wish I had Drill Run on Mega Beedrill as opposed to Knockoff, because then that Empoleon doesn't wall us completely. It would be nice. It would be nice. It would be nice. It would be very nice, but we did not. I put Knockoff on there. Hindsight is always 2020. So, there's the Empoleon. Okay, so we can Baton Pass out. We'll play around a little bit here. We'll Baton Pass, get a free switch in onto anything we want. I actually want to hit this thing physically. And I do know I kind of want to I'm gonna go on to Entei. I'm gonna go on to Guardian the Entei. We are the Assault Vest, so we can take the Scald. We can hit this thing physically, because he's got to be... I've never seen a physically defensive Empoleon. Never in all my life. Never have I ever. Sacred Fire is actually a neutral hit. Bulldoze is super effective. I'm going to go for Sacred Fire because it's stronger. We should outspeed an Empoleon, I feel like. We've got a base 100 speed. I don't think Empoleon's speed is higher than 100. But, we are a Jolly Entei. We can hit this thing with a Sacred Fire. Get a neutral hit off. Maybe get a burn as well. There's 50% chance to burn with Sacred Fire. I don't see why not. I don't see why we couldn't do that. Part of me really, really wants... He might... What would he switch out into? Nothing wants to take a Sacred Fire on his team. Except maybe the Rotom. That Infernape's physical is what that leads me to believe. We are going to be able to connect the Sacred Fire. It's going to be a neutral hit. That is going to do about 25%. There is the Stealth Rocks I was looking for. We didn't grab that burn. And I kind of don't. I do want to go for another Sacred Fire here, because nothing on his team really wants that work. And Infernape and Rotom kind of. I prefer he switches into the Rotom, because we've got Stone Edge for it. He might think we're... if we keep going for Sacred Fires, he might think we're choiced. And then once the Rotom comes in, here we go. He's coming out, and he's going back out in the mixtape, which is going to be that Rotom. We are going to be able to get another Sacred Fire off. It's resisted as all hell. It is not, it takes it less than the, oh, there's a crit, okay. So we do see leftovers on the Rotom as well. So we see lefties on both the Rotom and we see it on the, what else do we see it on? The Empoleon. So I'm going to go for Stone Edge here. I'm going to click Stone Edge. I've got no reason. He might think we're choiced. He might. And I believe, what is Rotom's base speed? I don't think Rotom outspeeds me. That could be the worst thing I've ever said in a Wi-Fi battle. But I think our speed reaches out at 167. We do, and we miss the Stone Edge. He goes for the Overheat, actually. We resist that, and we're AV. So we're going to be able to hold that. Look at how much that did. That did 36. So he's not going to want to stay in right now. He's going to want to switch. He knows I'm going for a Stone Edge. He knows I'm going for a Stone Edge. So I feel like the play here is to click Sacred Fire. He knows I'm going for a Stone Edge. He doesn't want to stay in. He knows I outspeed. So he's not going to Volt Switch. He's going to hard switch out into something that wants to take a Stone Edge. I'm going to click Sacred Fire again. There's the hard switch. I didn't need to go for the Stone Edge. He's going to go back out into the Empoleon to hopefully catch the Stone Edge. We're going to be able to catch him with this Sacred Fire. We are going to be able to get a neutral hit off on that thing. No burn yet. It looks like on a high roll, we might be able to knock this thing out with one more Sacred Fire. We are not, but we do snag the burn on the third attempt. He goes for the Scald. We're still going to be able to hold it. Oh, no, we're not. You are super... I love when I think that one of my mons can take a hit, and then it doesn't. So the burn is not going to be able to take him out. I want to go for... I don't want to miss. Does Sacred Fire have a chance to miss, actually? Let me double check that. Sacred Fire has a 95% accuracy. Stone Edge has 80. Bulldoze has 100. Iron Head has 100. I feel like I can just click... I'm going to click Iron Head. I'm just going to knock this guy out. I don't want that Empoleon around anymore because it really does. Let me double check his team. I believe aside from the Salamence, we can hit almost everything with a adaptability Poison Jam. I'm anticipating a Scarf Crook. I will keep this thing around and I will go back out into Joshua. He's probably just going to U-turn on me, but he's going to take Rocky Helmet damage. He could go for Mach Punch if he really wants to. But I am going to keep Guardian around. Because we do outspeed that Rotom. So for whatever reason, if we can get a safe switch into Rotom, we can kind of force him out because he knows we carry the Stone Edge. He's seen almost our entire set aside from Bulldoze. So what we can do here is we'll take Rocks damage. Goes for the close combat, actually. That is going to do a lot of damage. It's going to do a lot of damage. I think it might have been better to sack off. Entei, to be completely honest with you. He either switch. I'm going to toss up a Wish. For whatever reason, I'm going to toss a Wish. He's going to go for another close combat, which is fine with me. I forgot the rocks are up. Entei's gone. I should have kept him in. Because when Entei comes back in, rocks are gonna be a thing. So he's at -2 right now. I need to outspeed you. And I think the play here is Pixie Dust. We're gonna outspeed him. I'm gonna click Moonblast. I'm gonna get some damage off. He's gonna hard. I should have went for Leech Seed, maybe Leech Seed. He's gonna go out back out of the Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat doesn't want to Moonblast unless he's specially defensive. Oh, and the Fire Resistant. I always forget that. That's such the weirdest thing. We do get the special attack drop off on this thing, which is fine by me. Now he's got an Overheat incoming, so I think this is where I sack off Guardian. I think this is where I just hard switch out into, the Entei. Just sack it off. Because I do know, in the background, he still has that Infernic. He's got Scarf Moxie Salamence. He's got Mega Sceptile. And he still has the Meloetta, which I do not know. I don't have much experience with Meloetta because the last time I battled it, I think I took it out with a Pursuit. I think I Pursuit trapped it. So I'm going to let this thing die to rocks. If he goes for an Overheat, that's fine. If he Volt Switches on me, that's fine too, because he's not going to be able to get that off. This is a Pain Split, actually. Not a bad play. Not a bad play at all. I'm going to go out into Specially Defensive Albatross here. We'll take 25% to rocks. That's fine by me. Because now that the poison immunity is gone, I can actually just go for a Toxic here. I don't think I should. I do actually outspeed, so I could have went for the Roost because this Volt Switch isn't going to do much of anything now. He Will-O-Wisps me. Will-O-Wisp. I should have saw that coming. Leftovers, Rotom Heat. I should have saw that coming. It's fine. I can keep roosting up. Between Roost and Leftovers, I'll be fine. Toxic damage will start to do a toll on him, though. Toxic damage will start to do a toll on him. And we see the Turn of Status Ailment HP drops coming in right now. So, but it's fine, because his will rack up way more than mine. He does have Pain Split. As we saw, I'm just going to click Roost here in case he goes for a Volt Switch. There's the Volt Switch. That's not going to do much of anything now that I got rid of that flying typing. That annoying flying typing. What do I anticipate to come out now? Maybe the Infernape? Perhaps the Sceptile? Meloetta, actually. I'm curious, actually, what Meloetta's base speed is. I'm not going to look too much into it, but I do want to see what your base speed is, just to kind of see if, just to kind of see if I have any chance of outspeeding this. I feel like, no. I feel like the play to make here, your normal Psychic right now. I'm going to click Heat Wave, just kind of see what happens. We're not going to switch out just yet, because I want to gauge the speed tiers of this thing. I want to see how fast it's going to be. Okay, so we outspeed him. Goes for a Hyper Voice. That's fine. We're specially defensive, even if you are like, oh, you're like Specs Meloetta, aren't you? You are like Specs Meloetta. I'll roost up. Just to kind of gauge to see if he is Specs. If he keeps going for Hyper Voice, we can switch back out into Goodra. Because Goodra also rocks that AV. That's what I think is happening right now. That's what I think is happening right now. He's getting off way too much damage with that Hyper Voice. We could Toxic this thing too. He sees we've got the Toxic, so he anticipates it. Can he go for another Hyper Voice? That's fine. We can hold another Hyper Voice, and then we can roost up next turn. And let us that? No. Okay. I thought it was crit. That was crit. But what we can do here is we can roost up. He'll start to take damage. We can kind of wall this thing completely because we are especially defensive, so we can hold these choice specs Hyper Voices very well, actually. So now two of his walls to this thing are two big threats on his team. That Pain Splitting Will-O-Wisping Rotom, Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp, Volt Switch, Overheat, lefties. Okay. Meloetta's just going to sit here and keep Hyper Voicing me. That's fine. I can recover back up to some good health, and then I can switch back out into Goodra to tank these Hyper Voices. Because I want to get back up. Because we're not in range of coming back in on rocks. I have no valid defogger or spinner, so I am a little stally right now, and I do apologize, David, if you are watching this. I do want to get back up to good health so I can come back in on Goodra. So now 25%. We need to be over 50. I'd like to be over 50 ideally to come back in on rocks. I'm going to Volt Switch here. I'm going to Volt Switch out. I'm going to get some damage off in this thing. I'll bring in Goodra. Goodra will take some damage on the rocks into the Hyper Voice. That's fine. I don't think we have enough HP to come back in on rocks, but I didn't really want to stall that one out further than I had to. So Goodra will come in with the Assault Vest. We should be able to hold this. We're max HP Assault Vested. We eat that up because Goodra's so fat. Goodra's so fat. Do I think something would come in other than... I don't think he would bring in something like the Salamence or the he could bring in the Sceptile. I think the play here to click is Sludge Wave. Because even though we're at AV, we've got no means of viable recovery, and our Wish Passer is gone. So this thing just kind of hopefully needs to tank a hit or two from one of these monsters and knock out Meloetta. I really think one more turn of Roosting would have been good. Goes for the Psyshock, actually. He bluffs the Spec. David, my David. Bluffs the Choice Specs. Goes for the Psyshock. Wow. I am increasingly impressed by your abilities to battle, David. Goes out in a big dick. Which is going to be that Salamence, actually. For whatever reason, I'm going to click Draco Meteor. He's going to Mega Evolve. I'm going to click Draco. I'm not living this. I am not living this. Dragon Pulse. There it is. I'm not, no... I don't want to say GG just yet, but I feel like David just mopped the floor with me. I feel like he did. I'm going to go out into Pixie Dust here. I'm going to get off a Moonblast. Because I want to say we're faster. I want to hope we're faster. And that this thing doesn't have Light Poison Jab. I want to hope and pray that we're faster. Because I feel like this would kill. It's Stab. It's super effective. I'm Life Orbed. Withdraws Big Dick. That's fine by me. Gonna go back. Ooh, Lonely doesn't want this work. Unless he needs a safe switch into something. Lonely doesn't want this Moonblast. No, he does not. The crit comes through. Lonely goes down. Rest in peace, Lonely the Infernape. So we are gonna keep taking. The Life Orb damage. I would like to get some Leech Seeds up. Goes out in a Mixtape. That's fine by me. Do I feel like... I don't really have much of an option here. I'm going to make a risky play. I feel a Pain Split's coming, predicting the switch. And I don't think we're living. We're not living that, so we are going to sack off the Albatross. Goes for the Overheat. That's fine. He's going to get the 6% back due to lefties, but he's also going to lose the toxic damage. What do I want to do here? I'm going to go on to Savage and just kind of start poison jabbing everything. I'm going to Mega Evolve and I'm going to Protect. And I'm going to start poison jabbing everything. Because I want that speed increase. I do want that speed increase to be able to help me out. But I feel like I honestly have no check for a Scarfed Depending on how scarfed. Depending on how scarfed the Salamence is. I don't really have a check for that anymore because the Vaporeon went down. A part of me really wants to hope and pray this Poison Jab just knocks it out. Adamant, adaptability, come on. Let's go, Savage, let's go. Oh my gosh. Alright, so the Rotom's down. Rotom's down, that's fine. I don't think... It was on Aragon. Oh, I love me some Aragon. I'm going to protect and see what he goes for. He's Moxie. He's Moxie Scarf. Now, I really don't want to run a calc, but I don't think I am going to run a calc. I'm going to run like a very minor calc in my head. Let's check Salamence. Your base speed is a lot, actually. And you're Scarfed. So I feel like I'm hoping he's Scarfed. And I'm going to go into Pixie Dust to be immune to the Dragon typing. This is the play I'm going to make here. I'm going to be immune to the Dragon typing. Bluffs the Scarf like a motherfucker. Good job, David. Good job, David. Oh, we live it. Oh, we live it. Oh, he's Life Orb. Oh, he's not Scarfed. He doesn't want a Moonblast either. He doesn't want a Moonblast. We live that EQ. Moonblast is going to knock out the Salamence. Now, the only thing... I think Mega Sceptile is faster than Mega Beedrill. I want to say Mega Sceptile is faster than Mega Beedrill. I don't know, especially if he's timid and I'm jolly. Well, I'm adamant. And I keep taking damage. I'm at 50%. If he outspeeds me, this is done. This is done right now. I'm clicking Poison Jab. Savage, come on. Be faster. You got this. You got this, Savage. You got this. Let's go, Savage. You're adamant. You can outspeed that thing. You can outspeed Christmas Tree. I don't care how big his dick is. You got this, Savage. You got this, Savage. Let's go. Mega on Mega action right now. Let's see who's better. You or Mega Sceptile. I want to see. I see it in your eyes. I see it in your eyes right now. You're fast. You want to take this thing down. You want this W. You want this W, Savage. Let's go. If it's a speed tie, you're just that much faster. You're just that much faster. You're feisty. See, you're buzzing around. You don't want Mega Sceptile to come in. You don't. You're like, you know what? I don't care how Christmas ornament related you are with your tree and your Christmas tree balls on your back. I'm forgetting what they're called right now. Tree ornaments, I guess. Tree ornaments on your back. You don't want none of that. You don't want none of that, Savage. You want to go in with this adamant adaptability Poison Jab, and you want to run shop. You want to run shop on this thing because it will knock him out. He is not that strong. He is not that bulky. My hands are sweating. I feel like he's checking speeds right now. I want to say he's checking speeds. This is a really close match. This is actually a lot closer than I thought it would be. Oh, and he outspeeds, man. Man, that Mega Beedrill has no business staying on that. And the crit finishes me off. Man, oh man. That is going to be GG to David. SensationalGP. Link to his Twitter and his YouTube will be in the description. Please go check him out, guys. He's a great friend of mine. He has some amazing content on YouTube. Some of my favorite content on YouTube. Please make sure you go check him out if you have enjoyed this battle. Let me know by leaving a like. If you didn't enjoy this battle, leave a dislike. Talk to me in the comment section what you liked, what you didn't like, what you could have done to improve it. I feel like a Jolly Mega Beedrill there might have saved it. I don't know. But all that being said, guys, my name's Crimson CBAD, and I will talk to you all soon. Later.